Gunsmoke and the chaparral through the belting rain. The ranger rode on, thankful for the small shelter the chaparral provided. Suddenly, he stopped and listened. "Horses coming both ways," he announced. Into the brush. From the east came 7 horsemen. From the west came 8 more. Then the firing began, and when it was over, 6 dead men lined the mudded trail. That was when the ranger decided he would not leave the Texas Badlands alive, not unless he could bring justice to an outlaw's land. Ranger Daring Bradford Scott. A Pyramid Books, New York. A Pyramid Book, first printing, January, 1971. This book is fiction. No resemblance is intended between any characters herein and any person, living or dead. Any such resemblance is purely coincidental. Copyright 1971 by Pyramid Publications. All rights reserved. Printed in the United States of America. Pyramid Books are published by Pyramid Publications, a division of the Walter Reed Organization, Incorporated, 444 Madison Avenue, New York, New York 10022, USA 1. The long cart train looked like a many-jointed worm as it rolled east toward the dark smoke smudge fouling the clean blue of the Texas sky, the smudge that always hung over the oil town of Echo. The carts were piled high with oil well casings and other oil well appurtenances. The well owners, grouped about the cart station, looked forward eagerly to the arrival of Miss Mary Merrill and her carts, for her winsome self, and for the badly needed materials her carts bore. The train rolled on, the smoke smudge growing steadily larger and darker. Another 20 minutes and the foremost cart pulled to a halt before the station, to the accompaniment of cheers from the assembled well owners and their workers, who would help with the unloading. There still being a couple of hours of daylight they would put to a good use. Bringing up the rear of the train was Miss Merrill, the owner. More cheers as she swung down from Rojo, her tall golden sorrel horse. "Golly, but she's a pretty girl," one of the owners said to a companion. "Never saw a prettier one." The owner showed real appreciation of feminine beauty. Astonishingly big eyes, the deep blue of Texas bluebells at twilight, a mop of curly black hair, a lot of it, and sweetly turned lips of vivid scarlet. She was a small girl, but her proportions left nothing to be desired. A creamy complexion and a straight little nose, the bridge powdered with a few freckles, completed the picture. Miss Mary Merrill was indeed easy on the eyes. Vince Rader, the owner of the big die-hard saloon close by, a favorite with the Carters, came hurrying to her. "Miss Merrill," he said, "there's one of the boys in my place and wants to see you. Says it's important." "Oh, good heavens," Mary moaned. "Can't people realize I'm a working woman? Here comes Saxon, my head carter, with his hands full of CHCCKSHCCTS, and I've got to give him help when the unloading starts, which will be in a few minutes. Maybe you'll recognize that fellow," Rader urged. "I think you'd better see him. Wants to brace me for a job." "The chances are," said Mary. "Oh, all right. Tell Saxon I'll be with him in a jiffy." "Fellows at a table by the dance floor," Rader called after her as she bounced on her way to the diehard. Mary waved her hand and kept going. Rader shook with laughter as soon as she was out of sight. Mary entered the saloon in no very good temper. She glanced around, spotted the pair at the table. One was lean, grizzled Tom Crane, the sheriff of the county, but the other, Mary shrieked. She shrieked again as she fairly flew across the room to the table. Another moment and Ranger Walt Slade, named by the pagans of the Rio Grande villages, El Halcon, the Hawk, enfolded her in a bear hug. "Darling, darling, darling," she chattered. "Oh, this is perfectly wonderful. I never dreamed you'd be back so soon. Why, you haven't been gone 2 weeks." "I didn't figure on being here so soon again," Slade replied. "This one is in the nature of a sequel to the chore I finished before leaving here last. I barely reached Ranger Post when I was turned around and headed right back here. You can blame Captain McNulty. He gives the orders." "Blame him,"